If you're watching this video, it means you own a Sky Crane and a Gripzilla Pro. Now, I don't have, not showing the full Sky Crane here for the purposes of the demonstration. I'm showing pieces of the Sky Crane. So this is the ball joint that is at the end of the Sky Crane arm, and here's the bracket that it comes with, which looks like this on the front. And this fits tablets 7 to 10 inches, as you can see on the front there, 10.5 inches. So you've got the Gripzilla Pro because you've got a larger tablet. You've got one that's probably a Surface Pro, an iPad Pro. What you're going to need to do is change out this bracket for your Gripzilla Pro bracket. But to do that, you need this adapter, which we call the Easy Connect adapter, and it clips into the Gripzilla Pro like that and adapts it to the type of connection that works with the ball joint that your Sky Crane uses. So I'll show you how all these pieces fit together so that you can assemble this. So first thing you're going to need to do, if this included bracket is already attached, you need to remove it, and you just need a little Phillips screwdriver with a little bit smaller than like a standard screwdriver. You might have something like that in a eyeglasses kit, or you might just have a few different screwdrivers. It's the smaller one, not the smallest, but smaller than a standard. At the point that you get it loose enough, this will come off. There we go. So the direction that you move it is this direction, to the open side. And it takes a little bit of wiggling sometimes to get it loose, but that's how you do it. So this piece is what we call the 4-prong connector. And you'll notice that the back of the bracket that's included with the Sky Crane matches the back of the Easy Connect adapter that's included with your Gripzilla Pro. It's the same adapter for Tablet Handler Pro in case you have that model. So what you need to do is just connect this up. You fit in the top, the wide end, and you align those, and the screws go at the top also, and then you push that in. Now it's not going, and you might be able to notice that what's happening there is the screws are too far out, so it's bridging, which is probably why it was a little more difficult to take that out of the bracket. So you pull that back. You can either remove these screws entirely, or you just get them back so far enough that they're not any protrusion at all. And then when you put this in, it slides down much easier, and that's it, it's already down. And then once you've got that down, then you screw it back in again. And what's happening is this screw is filling this wide hole right there, so that it can't come off again. So that's the orientation that you need. This screw goes at this top, the wide end, and it fills that hole so that it won't come back down. Alright, so just a fine threaded screw, so it takes a lot of turns to get it in there. Turn, 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 turn. Then once you got it in there, now that's not going to come off. It's secure. So now I'll demo. So please pretend this is attached to your Sky Crane now. And it's the same process as if you were putting the handle on. You squeeze the silver buttons on the back, push it in, make sure it's secure before you put your tablet in. And we recommend that you attach the Gripzilla Pro without the tablet in. It just makes it so much easier. There you go. In, out, just like that. And these buttons can be a little tough to squeeze, so just keep at it if you have trouble at first. I've done this a bajillion times, as you might imagine, so you get used to it. But it takes a little pressure and a little effort to get it in there. But once you've got it, then it's a very secure connection. Now that's if everything goes smoothly, that's the way it works. I'm going to give you a demonstration of one that is not as smooth. Your package has to go through a lot of hands before it reaches you, so even if we deliver it perfectly to Amazon, by the time it reaches you, it's gone through a bunch of other processes. So this is a good bracket. We've got another one here which is not as good, and you might notice that little prong in the 4-prong is a little bit squished down. And it may be a little hard to see there. Here I can point to it with a screwdriver. So you notice this one has that much room, this one not quite as much. And it can be a little trial and error required to see that, but I'll show you when you try to plug this in, there's no go. Now I don't have any screws in there at all, so there's not any reason that should be a problem, except that it's got that squished down pit. And it just won't move. So if that happens, if you can't get it to go in, first of all, check that the screws are screwed out sufficiently. Remember we had that issue where if this is screwed, protrudes a bit, it can't fit in entirely. So you take it out flush and then try it. If that doesn't work, check to see if you've got a bent piece. And if you do, you just take a flathead screwdriver, put it in there, and just give that a twist. And as you twist it, you'll see that it rose up. And with that risen up properly, now I bet you it snaps right in, no trouble. Now, if I had screws in there, I'd screw the screws in, and then it would be a secure lock. So that's a little troubleshooting, a little assembly instruction. I hope that'll help if you're having trouble putting your Gripzilla Pro on your sky crane.